Good afternoon, I'm Phil D'Souza. I'm the Vice President of Maintenance and Security for the Bennett Family of Companies. I'm in Andersonville National Cemetery with a good friend of mine, Michael Hernandez. Michael, welcome and thank you for taking the time to meet me, sir.
Yes, sir.
What does the Wreaths Across America program mean to you personally?
Personally, it means to me the showing of the wreaths is remembering who fought in the wars and some that died in the wars. Obviously, family members, they sacrificed the ultimate. Even the ones who lived and come back from the war, they sacrificed leaving their families, and the wives had to take care of the children, and they were away for several years. And it's, I mean, it's a moment in time that's very personal to my family members and what they had to endure, the loss or being away from a loved one, and they're away. They can't help for whatever situations happen at home, and there's all kinds of things that was going on during the times that they needed their spouses there, but they couldn't. So the remembrance of the veterans is what this is about, and every grave should have a wreath on it every year.
So, through all our conversations over the years, I've learned you have multiple family members interred at this cemetery as well as elsewhere. What can you tell me about that?
Okay, I have 5 family members here currently. 2 of them served in World War II. Both spouses are buried here with them. And I have one great aunt that her husband is still living who served in World War II. He's in his late 90s now.
Wow. World War II, I know when we talked previously, you said that involved, I believe one of them was in Normandy in Europe.
That is correct.
And if my memory serves me, you even had one at Pearl Harbor.
Correct.
All these family members that served during the wars and everything, obviously you said your grandfather's down here, worked naval intelligence. Both he and your grandmother are down here. What kind of impact did your grandfather have on you as a child?
My grandfather gave me a lot of knowledge, and I learned to listen to elders. And I can't tell you how many times we'd sit out in the swing and he would tell me basically about life, the things that I should do and look ahead for, and plan ahead. He was a very important person in my life, and I did listen to him, and it was very helpful.
So Mike, on this side, opposite your grandfather, is Florence Helen Deal. I'm going to make the assumption here that was your grandmother.
That is correct.
What can you tell me about this young lady?
My grandmother was a very inspiring lady. She raised 10 children, and again, with her efforts, when her husband had to leave to go to war, and all of her brothers, 4 of her brothers, and her sister's husband as well, had to take care of the family. And it was very difficult during those times to take care of a family, especially by yourself. And she's a wonderful woman. She lived to be 103 years old. In one particular story that I think that sticks to mind, there's a lot of stories that I've heard, but one I will speak of was a brother who was in the Air Force. He was killed in the last 2 weeks of the war, and the parents, or her mother and father, actually volunteered to go to work in California to make parts for the airplanes, which their son was a part of. Obviously, he was in the Air Force. He was a tail gunner. And he lost his life the last 2 weeks. And that really sticks out to me.
That's amazing. Well, Mike, on behalf of the Bennett Family of Companies and the Taylor Foundation, knowing your passion, your drive, and your dedication to remembering, honor, and teaching, I would like to ask if you would consider becoming a Wreaths Across America ambassador with the Taylor Foundation to continue the mission and the legacy and the attempts to hopefully cover all 20,300 grave sites.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.